No, we can't.
Are we live now? Is this it?
Do jazz
This
hands
is
anymore? Are we not?
We can't do jazz hands anymore.
Ha.
Do we need to come up with a new thing?
We need to come up with a new thing.
You
Is
could come up
it
with
sad
something.
hands? Sad hands?
As it's
Sad
oh my God.
hands.
just flailing. I don't know anymore. Like, what is life even? Hello, and welcome to Powered Casual presents Hellscape Navigators. You may be a bit confused because I'm over here now, but I'm still Ian. I'm the DM.
Why do I not see the stream?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just the logo.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
here we go.
there's no video.
I'm doing things different.
Yeah, we're
Whoa,
confused
hold up.
because you're not even on
I'm
the
doing
screen.
things
Didn't
different.
even do a test run.
Whoa.
God.
I did.
Yeah, we'll do it
I
live.
did a test run, and you know what happened? It went great.
Ooh,
And then
made it to the top row, baby.
And then I ignored everything that I tested. So, yes, hello. Again, I already introduced myself, it's fine. But yeah, we have shuffled the arrangement slightly. Thranton's up here on the top row now. That's really the big change. There is
I'm the
a little
right-hand man of the DM.
There is a little something below me. We may be using that for things later on in the show, depending on
Oh,
what
wait,
we
I
need
put
to
it the
do.
wrong way.
So, here we go. But yeah, the players for this evening are to my this side now. To my this side, we have Thranton, played by Sean.
Hello.
And continuing in a clockwise direction, we have Tom playing Naoma. Yeah. I mean, it's not clockwise for the call. Actually, it is clockwise for the call. My God. Continuing that way, we have Ark playing Maleficus. And last but not least, because we only have 4 players right now, we have Brian playing Clyde. R.I.P. Gilda.
That way.
Yeah, see? It's hard. It's not just me. It's hard. It's hard.
No one's judging. No one's judging.
Yeah,
I'm judging.
right now. No one's judging
Oh.
right this second. But,
The thing goes
what happened last week?
We lost Gilda.
Maggie
Nothing.
stole our Gilda.
Nothing of note.
Wow.
Wow. Wow, indeed. That is harsh.
Oh, we lost Gilda.
That means I get to
probably got
drive.
a little shorter.
I get to drive all the time.
Oh no.
Yeah, this could be bad.
He's licensed. That's fine. And Imp said so.
Well, all right. If
So-
you said so.
So yeah, let's see. What did we do last time? You guys wrapped up after fighting the Dow and freeing the unicorn. So you had a nice
Fighting the Dow?
destroying the Dow.
Yeah,
utterly.
we whooped that Dow. The Dow did not fight us.
Yeah, no, you guys. Yeah, you,
no, that's correct.
That is accurate.
That-
yeah.
He scratched me twice,
yeah,
and then we murked him.
yeah. The Dow desperately wanted to fight you.
There was some yakety sacks, if I remember right.
There
There
was
was.
Chasing.
the combination of a paladin who knows how to kite, blindness and deafness, the spell, and just general echo fighter shenanigans. And yeah, there was a little bit of Bane or Hex.
Hex.
It was Hex. Yeah, there was a little bit of Hex from Gilda. Just all stacked on to make it so that Dow could do nothing but run around and be hit. And Clyde freed a unicorn from infernal imprisonment.
NBD.
You know, minor thing.
And then immediately became friends with somebody he found in the infernal plane.
That was imprisoned in the infernal plane.
Oh yeah, he wasn't imprisoned in the shield. Yeah, no worries. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Killing demons. Killing them.
Yeah? Well, my
With
guy
one
never
hit.
got a chance.
And you did make friends with this unicorn. Most of the party made friends with this
Oh, yeah.
unicorn.
I was friends with him too. I'm just saying that there are double standards.
Unicorns, Pit fiends. Unicorns.
Yeah, it's not like a pit fiend has ever taken the shape of a unicorn.
You can't prove that.
Correct.
You can't not prove it, though.
Mhm,
That's
mhm,
the catch. Like, unless you know,
DM and I have had some conversations, man.
like, you can't not prove it. Anyway,
I'm
and
a
then
right-hand man.
and then after freeing the unicorn, making some new friends down here in hell, the unicorn ran off to Elturel to help protect whoever is left. Hold off the infernal and demonic tides until you guys are able to free the city. So that's a nice little bonus. And you found a bunch of sick loot that the Dow had left behind.
Yes.
And let's see.
We got trampled by a big herd of skeleton horses, cows.
Big moves.
Big moves.
Big
yeah,
moves.
Yeah, a herd of
Big move.
a stampede of skeletal cattle and their ghost rider herdsmen, ranchers, rangers, whatever you want to call them. And
Ranchers.
and you were saved at I don't know the last minute, but you were saved at some point by Mad Maggie herself, who
All those cow fuckers, I think.
well, I mean, she called someone cowfuckers. was a little unclear who it was addressed to, but it was very loud.
There's a lot going on. Yeah.
Fair.
And she decided or announced to the party that Gilda was coming with her to work on a plan B, or sort of not necessarily a true plan B, but a supplemental plan B, like a plan A1, situation gets nested in that table. And Gilda left you just with 4 to go with Mad Maggie. So now here you are, alone, just the 4 of you, and Lulu, and Skelly, and Mike Wazowski.
Still even numbers. Still even numbers. Oh, Mike Wazowski, I forgot about him.
We just collected this menagerie of weird things that just follow us around.
Yeah. More or less.
So
mine I
let's
can't
take
help.
stock. Let's take stock. We've got Clyde with Mike Wazowski.
Yeah.
We've got Maleficus with the Shade.
Yep.
We've got Naoma with Skelly.
Mm-hmm.
And Thranton has... Oh, wait! Everybody else made Thranton get rid of his friend. Huh.
And Lulu...
How surprising.
Lulu will hover next to you and be like, I think I'm your friend.
Ooh.
Shut up, you glowing elephant.
Oh, friend. Whoa.
I'm mourning our loss.
I know you don't mean that. It's
Taking
like
it out on us.
the little trunk will just sort of pat you on the shoulder and just be like, it's hard, I know. I miss Gilda too.
Insight check. Is Lulu lying?
Okay, so this is something, let's see. I want to do this.
It's a 14.
It is a 14.
I thought I rolled a 2 because the die was upside down and the number was kind of vague.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Like, we may have lost Gilda, but we gained a virtual dice tray.
Nope.
The little
That's
things.
pretty cool.
The little things. So this time, if somebody rolls 3 20s in a row, and it won't happen because Alyssa's not here, we can prove it.
Everyone will see. There'll be evidence.
Yeah, with a
That's
14,
pretty
you know that, Lulu's not lying. She is earnest as ever.
All right. Good. I was really hoping that she was just being like, yeah, no, I forgive you. While secretly plotting his demise.
Is the car ready to go, or is it still stuck?
Nope. Maggie.
It got craned out.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Maggie
right, they
craned
craned
it out. So it's
Maggie
ready
and
to
the
go.
Wrecker.
Little beat up, but ready to go.
Naoma.
What?
There's a big choice to be made here. Does Skelly stay on his hood, or does he get a seat in the car now?
I don't know. Hey, Skelly, do you wanna stay on the hood or be in the car or maybe man the turret?
No, turret spot's mine. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Be in the car or on the hood.
You gonna try and take this away from me too?
I assumed you wanted to get in the car.
No, it's nice and spacious back here. I'm not squeezed into the vehicle.
Stop being not in the car. Please be.
So I mean, Skelly is under your direct control, so he will. I mean, like I'll do whatever. Sit wherever you want me. He will. I mean, like I'll do whatever. Sit wherever you want me to sit. It's. I don't mind being up here. It's fine. I can sit inside too, and so it's all good. Whatever you want to do, boss.
He stays on the hood.
Okay. Now, I know that this has been a question before. As you guys are, as you still see the cloud of dust from where Maggie just hauled ass off into nowhere, there are a lot of bones scattered around here now. When Maggie showed up in the midst of the skeletal stampede, she apparently just decided to just use the bus that she showed up in as just sort of a peacemaking tool. So there's just scattered skeletons of horses and men and cattle, just kind of all on either side of this little gully that you guys were driving through.
It's a bus of peace.
Peace bus. Okay. Well, before we head off here, give me a little bit, and I'm gonna go around and start trying to like assemble skeletons into piles that are roughly human-ish.
Okay. Let's see. I would like. Go ahead and give me a medicine check. To determine your success at that.
21.
How good are you at bones?
All right. Now today you're pretty good at bones.
Pretty good.
You're like, that's a cow. You just pick up like a big old cow femur, like that's a cow. But even when you get down to like the ribs and stuff, you're just like, okay, no, that's horse, that's cow. This is a guy. Okay.
All right. So how many like rough human piles am I able to come up with, I guess?
You're able to come up with about 2 1/4 human piles.
2 1/4.
There's like
which part is the quarter? That's
well,
the important part.
there's like an extra shoulder blade and like a couple fingers worth. There's like it's not actually like even a whole part of a guy. It's not like it's the leg bones. So somewhere there's like one guy who's just missing parts.
All right. I'm just gonna toss the extra shoulder blade and the fingers into the pile with one of the piles of bones.
Okay.
Just to see what happens.
Okay.
And then I am going to cast Animate Dead at... How many can I guess I have to do it at 4th level. Feels like a little bit of a waste, but yeah. I'll cast Animate Dead at 4th level to bring them back up as skeletons.
Okay, so at 4th level that lets you summon 2?
Lets me summon 3.
Okay.
Up to 3.
Up to 3.
But there's only 2 here.
Okay.
So.
Wouldn't you just be reasserting your Skelly at that point?
That's a good question. I don't know if I can split the effect. I have to read it.
I think I would say you can. As long as you're not trying to res more skeletons than there are, and then, then there would be like a replacement situation.
Come here, Skelly. Come lay down next to these two.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll use I'll reassert my control over Skelly as well.
Okay. Like over on the hood of the car. Ooh, that tingles. And then the bones that you have arrayed in front of you, they kind of like jiggle and vibrate themselves into a more anatomically recognizable set of shapes. And two skeletons will stand up. One of them definitely has a couple of extra fingers on the hands, like you found the six-fingered man. And one of them has, like, he's got that extra shoulder blade, kind of like as like a, almost like a shoulder, like a pauldron sort of situation. He's just kind of got it, like, on there. So you look him over and you're like, yeah, there's... You look at the ground and you're like, yeah, no, all the bones are somehow accounted for in these two. So
good. So I'm gonna look at the two of them and be like, all right, both of you, either side's running boards. Hold on for dear life.
And they'll hop over, they'll jog over to the car, and they'll both hop on the running boards on either side near the back doors. And so now you have made this car even more badass, because you now have the skeletal hood ornament and the equivalent of, like fins on old caddies from the 50s, except now they're skeletons.
And I'll get back in the car. Just be like, all right, I'm good. Sorry about that. Just some reinforcements for when we get to the crypt, or the whatever it was called.
And now,
Crypt?
just so I'm clear what I allowed you to do, how many of them can you command on a turn?
All of them.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, it's one bonus action. I can order all of my skeletons to do something as a group, or I can order them all individually.
Okay. Neat.
Excellent.
All right. So, anybody else do anything before you set off?
I'm driving.
Before we drive off.
I get in the driver's
Nope.
seat.
It's a good place to get ready to drive. Really the best place, if we're honest.
Nope. I think we're good.
All right. So, Clyde, I would like you to roll me 2d4 and tell me if the numbers match. Just so we can see if you guys know where you're going. To the Crypt of the Hellriders. Let's see.
You want them to match, right? Is that what you're saying?
It's not ideal if they match. But that's okay. So,
They match. A 1 and a 1.
Okay.
I feel like that's going to be bad based on
Yeah, it's about as bad as you can get.
the rest
I'm a
of
good
our history
driver.
with this.
I'm a driver. I have a license.
Does have a license. But, as I can attest, just because you're decent at driving doesn't mean you actually know navigation or where you're going at any given point.
Correct. Been a long time since I had to drive.
Alright. So you get driving. You just kind of head off in a direction. And you're driving for probably about 2 hours before you start to think, this isn't the direction we were driving originally.
Okay. How do I figure this out?
You can make a survival check to try and determine which way was the right way.
Okay. 21.
Ooh, all right. All right, so with that, you realize that you've been driving the hellish equivalent of east, because you notice you're actually starting to get a little bit closer to the river Styx, which is not the direction that you guys were pointed in to get to the Crypt of the Hellriders. And with the 21, you know that you should probably hang a pretty good right to go back towards the south in the direction you were originally going.
Okay. I'll just slowly turn the wheel gradually.
As we start to turn around, be like, wait, where are we? What's happening? Where are we going?
I think this way will get us there quicker than our current course.
Okay. And as we get to the point where we're turned 100% around, I'll be like, but this is just going backwards.
Well, I think I'm just going 90 degrees.
Yeah, it's
from east to south.
Yeah, it's a 90-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just turn around and go back.
But you can, that does mean that, if you look over to your right, you can definitely see the tracks that she had just left.
If you go far enough, they won't be able to see the tracks anymore.
It's true.
I'm gonna as we finish the turn, I'm gonna be looking out, assuming that Clyde had seen something dangerous that he was trying to avoid, and just be like, what was he dodging?
So what's Mike Wazowski doing? Where's he hanging out?
Mike is hanging on the runner board in front of one of Naoma's new skeletons, just off the driver's door. Just kind of facing forward.
Is he facing forward, or does he stare at me?
No, he's not looking at you at all. Just looking right straight ahead.
I'm going to try and talk to him.
Okay. What do you say?
So, Mike, where are you from? You have a mouth to talk, Mike?
You look over and you can see that he does, but...
As I'm driving, can I, try and reach over to his mouth and, puppet his mouth a little bit? Hi, Clyde.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. And he doesn't offer any resistance. When you touch his mouth, it's metallic but flexible, like a mouth should be. And you're able to just do the thing. And
Mike Wazowski.
And other than the motion that you're imparting onto his lips, just...
We might get along great.
Clyde, is everything okay with your friend up there? Also,
when I hear friend, I'm going to scoff really loudly.
Also, could you keep your eyes on the road, please?
What am I going to hit out here?
Please hit something right now.
I don't know. Rocks?
Look, Toby, all you gotta do is make your own friend that is normal, like a skeleton or a ghost, or come on, no pit
Or a
fiend.
floating orb.
Or a tiny robot.
Those are the normal friends.
All right, Clyde, I would like you to make me a dexterity save real quick.
Uh-oh. Why'd you have to say something?
Why'd you have to say something?
11.
Okay. All right. So as you're driving, you're puppeting Mike Wazowski, and and you see ahead of you. I gotta think. What do you see ahead of you? You see an imp, just kind of flying, little wings flapping pretty lazily across the landscape, and you see it, but you're able to swerve the car around it, not hit it like a squirrel on the highway. You're able to, kind of bob around it without.
I'm seeing squirrels on the highway.
I don't think I would. I think I would just run it over.
Well, that's your choice. I mean, you saved enough to avoid it if you choose.
Yeah, if I see a devil in my sights, I'm gonna run it down.
All right. So yeah, you do that without any issue. And you guys are like, "What are we gonna hit?" It is like hitting a squirrel, just kind of under the bumper, and car.
Once we do, I'll be like, "That one was on purpose."
Good. I mean, but it's a good example of why you should be looking forward in case there are more of those that you would like to hit.
Well, I'll get them.
Is that going to damage the tormentor? I'm sure it's fine. I'm gonna look up through the hole in the roof where the metal hoof came down through. Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah,
still
it's
driving.
pretty sturdy.
Yeah.
Also, is Maleficus in the front seat or in the back passenger seat? Because I'm having mental images of Clyde just chauffeuring the three of us around.
Yeah, he's totally in the back.
Okay, so no one is riding shotgun.
Mike Wazowski.
No,
Yeah,
Mike
I'll put
Wazowski's
Mike Wazowski.
He's hanging off the door.
Oh, right.
That is Mike's preferred spot, I will say.
Well, okay then. Yes, it would appear that we were being chauffeured. Yeah, that's what's happening.
So, okay. So I guess Lulu will be in the front seat then. Just sort of sitting on the seat. This seat's way too big for Lulu. She's just sort of just parked there in the seat, no problem.
Precious little bean.
And you're driving good. Clyde, go ahead and give me another navigation check, another pair of D4s.
1 + 3.
All right. So yeah, now you're back on track. You've got a good pace going. Got a good feel that this is the right way. And after a few hours, you come across a thing that I should have bookmarked so I could remember the page. Alright. Yeah, no, you come...
You have a thought bubble.
Yeah, right? Like
every time
the way the light's doing, it's just it's wigging out the thing. It's fine. Yeah, as you cruise up, you see ahead of you like a hill, like a mound, kind of rising up in the distance. And it's got like the base of... It's not a tall hill, but there's sort of like a cloud or a fog rimming the bottom of it, kind of obscuring the base of the hill, but you can see the crest from where you are. And sort of poking up in front of and through the fog, you see like big monoliths going up at least as tall as the hill is, big spires, obelisks sort of looking things.
Weird. Y'all see those?
Yeah, everybody can see this with your passives, so it's not small.
Yeah. Do they look like they're in the direction that we were supposed to be going in?
Go ahead and give me a history check real quick.
It's 12.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you think this seems sort of I should have had you do a religion check for this, but either way. Yeah, this seems like to be in the direction that you remember being told, and it does sort of seem like some kind of barrow or burial mound, something like that. This kind of has that feel to it.
Okay. Yeah, that matches the descriptions of some traditions, burial rituals, I think, from what I remember, but haven't seen them in person. So that might be where the crypt is.
Okay.
And I'll look around at the group. Be like,
Yeah, seems to make sense to me because that's where we're going.
I mean, I hope that's where we're going and we're not just walking into a demon trap.
I think we'll be fine.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
I don't see a problem. Yeah, as you
Well,
guys you guys drive up, and as you get closer and you come to a stop at the edge of this area, you see that that there are giant like the monoliths you're seeing almost look like giant tombstones. And they're each going like 50 feet into the sky, and before the monoliths, there's a pair of them, you see dozens of armored knights, like kneeling, like in reverence or in prayer, around these two spires.
That's not good.
Do they look
Inspiring.
human in form?
Yes. Yeah, in general, they all look humanoid,
Okay.
bipedal, that sort of situation.
They don't look like demons.
Not really. Y'all take a closer look.
Yeah, why don't we bring the car around and
I'm gonna grab the turret like I know what I'm doing. This is a show of force.
All right, I'll turn around.
So the two skeletons on the side will draw their swords and just like hang on with one arm and swords it out.
I will tell my Echo to put his game face on. Get your head in the game.
Get your game face.
Does his face change at all?
Does it? Does it change at all? What does that game face look like?
It's not so much a face thing. It's a state of being. It's a state of mind, right? So it's more of a power stance.
That's fair.
So he takes like a wide horse stance, just off to the side of the vehicle, just floating. But he looks like he's ready to punch someone if he's gotta.
Punch him.
So ridiculous.
All right, I'll wheel the vehicle around to go back towards the Circle of Knights.
Okay. Yeah, as you get closer, you do another pass. You see, you look, there are dozens of them, like 2-3 dozen, all kneeling around these monoliths. They're all kneeling down, like forehead on sword in the, before them in the dirt, looking like they're at prayer. And they are all fully armored, head to toe plate armor, every single one of them.
I lean out the window and I say, "Is this a tomb? It looks like a tomb."
You get no response.
I'll say, are you guys devils?
No response.
Clyde, stop. When we get close enough, Clyde, stop the car. I'm going to get out and walk up to them and inspect one of the statues.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can give me an investigation or religion check. Or history. Any of those three, whatever your choice.
Do religion.
Investigation, religion, or what?
History?
I'll do religion.
Notice I got a 15 and a 22. Lovely. Alright, so you both see the regalia of all these knights. They are all wearing faded and like outdated symbols of Elturel and sigils and heraldry. Every single one of them that you look at.
Look up at Thranton and be like, I think this is the place.
It seems like it. It's the closest we've ever come to anything like this, so.
I'll call out, are they devils?
They're definitely statues, right?
As you look closer at them, they are not statues. These are all dead knights. Like, you look around, you look through, like, the eye slits of helmets, and you and you see inside every helmet and every bit of armor, they are skeletal and desiccated remains inside each one. But they are all locked in that position.
I'll turn back to the group. No, they're all dead knights of Elturel, I think.
Do they have any kind of identifying? Do they have dog tags?
They don't have like dog tags per se, but yeah, some of them do have personal heraldry on them. So some of them will have a name on a sword or
like house sigils and stuff.
Yeah, they'll have badges, and they're all. Most of them have this. It seems like there are some differing degrees of income and fame among the knights that you see here. But yeah, it looks like this wasn't a faceless group of people. They were all individuals at one point.
Does anybody have a really cool mace that I might want?
Every single one of them does have a long sword that they're kneeling on, but some do have some additional weapons. Like you see an axe here or there. You do see there is one with a mace over near one of the pillars.
Can I go and look at the guy with the mace?
Yes, you can.
Does the mace look like it's worth trying to attain? Or does it look like it's old and rusty and been in hell for too long?
Well, hard to say. Go ahead and give me an investigation as you look it over.
Can I smell it?
Yeah, you can smell it. Why not?
Smell that iron.
What
11
like?
or 12.
You're picking up a lot of rust. A lot of rust. Like that's definitely
very fragrant.
Definitely that. You get that good snuffle in there. But it does look like it's not all rust. Like it is rusty, but it's not it doesn't look like it would just fall apart in your hands.
Okay. I'm gonna ask the knight if I could borrow this weapon.
You get no response.
Okay, I'm going to pick up the weapon.
Okay. All right, so you unhook it from the old stiff belt, and you hold it up, and you feel it, and you wipe away some of the rust, and as you do so, it just comes right off, and it is all sort of surface rust. This thing isn't like fully pitted and destroyed and chewed up. And
okay.
You get a good sense that, let me just double check something here. Let me see what you got going on. D&D Beyond, it's never been easier to creep your players' sheets.
Yeah, you no longer have to ask. You can just do it.
Yeah, it's like,
get out of there.
You got
But
anything?
now I know.
You got anything cool? It's like, huh? These numbers seem weird. This feels, as you're holding it, feels like it might be a +2 mace.
Dope. I will. I'm gonna put it in my sort of. I'm gonna strap it to my belt for now. Not having it identified yet, and then I'm going to pat the soldier or the knight on the shoulder and say, "I'll take good care of it."
While he's doing that, looking around at the soldiers here, is there one that looks any fancier than the others? Like it might be the leader of this troop?
Looking around, you see that that variety in heraldry and such, but you don't see anyone that looks like an officer or a leader or anything like that.
Okay. I'm gonna kneel down in front of the frontmost one, I guess, and cast Speak with Dead on it.
Alrighty.
At 3rd level.
Does that still only give you 3 questions?
Gives me 5. 5
questions. Okay, cool. So yeah, what are your 5 questions?
So I'm gonna look at it and be like, what are you guarding here?
And from the helmet, you just hear this dry, dusty voice just kind of ring out softly. It's like, we guard nothing.
Then why are you here?
We wait.
I'll call out from the car. Are we engaging them?
I'll yell back, "No, no demons."
Fine, and I'll turn the car off.
What do you wait for?
Let's see. We wait to be called to arms again.
3. Oh boy. Who do you wait to be called to arms by?
Zariel. It's one word.
Is this the crypt of the Hellriders?
Yes.
Okay. That was 5 questions. I'll look up. Can Thrain hear me while I ask those questions if he's nearby?
I kind of wandered back and I heard you asking the questions. Yeah.
Okay. Skelly's gonna stand up on the hood and turn and look in the car and be like, "Yeah, this is the place." And the 3 skeletons are going to hop off the car and wander over.
I'll jump out.
And then I'm going to do another 4th level animate dead on the 3 soldiers that are kneeling in front of me.
Jesus. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay. All right, so you attempt to do so, and they do not move. They don't even stir.
I had a feeling that was going to happen.
Not even a mouse?
Not even a mouse.
Does one of them say, "You're not my mom"?
You're not my supervisor.
Well, okay then. I'll sort of just put my hand on one of their shoulders and be like, "Perhaps you weren't ready."
When Naoma does that, I'll be like, "I did the same thing. I did the tap."
I stroll up from the car with my my echo following, and I'm like, "Oh, it's okay. We'll find you more creepy skeletons somewhere. This place has got to be lousy with them."
Now that you're all sort of out around, you do see pretty clearly going towards, like, right in between the 2 monoliths, the mound rises up before you, and there is a entrance. Looks like a doorway, sort of a mausoleum-looking doorway that leads down some stairs into the mound.
So seeing all these like heavily armored knights, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I want to go down there.
I think that's where we need to be. And I'll look around, assuming that Clyde has already like disappeared. I'll be like, "Clyde,
No,
you want to
I'm
go
just standing
first?"
there.
Oh, you're still here.
I'm standing right next to you.
I'm not gonna lie, I assumed you were already down in the tomb.
No, I'm right here.
Would you mind taking a look?
Stealth.
All right.
Yeah. 27.
27. Goodness. All right. Okay, so, yep, you stealth. How do you approach the door with your stealth?
Great care. Furious anger. I don't know. I'll just kind of come at her from the side, and then I'll like kind of peek around.
Okay. All right, so you do so, and what you see is several sets of stairs, like a set of stairs going downward, a little flight of stairs, and you see a pair of like basalt or just black stone doors with some sort of carving on them, some sort of like relief carved on them, and a figure standing right at the doors looking outward. It looks like a armored, gray-skinned, sort of hunched-over creature with a mask made of metal that looks like a baby's face, and a big old bronze halberd-looking thing. And I can actually... No, not that one. I want that one.
It's a baby-faced guy in there.
Yeah, sort of a baby-faced, ugly-looking Maragon guarding the door.
Excellent. Creepy. Good.
Yep. Quite creepy.
Oh, hate that.
And it does not seem to take any notice of you, Clyde.
Still.
What's up, babyface?
Get in the crypt.
Okay, so I'll sneak back I'll wait until I'm like next to Naoma, and then I'll appear again.
Okay.
So did you go?
Babyface warrior over there.
Like really young or
Well, it looks like
really young.
looks like a warrior in a suit of armor and a pole arm, and then it's got a baby for a face. Not like a whole baby, but like just like a baby face.
One entire baby, please.
Entire baby for a face.
Like, you want this thing to look worse? Like, it could... Legs, arms, little chubby baby arms. No.
Both the arms are wielding like baby-sized swords.
Okay, so I have an idea. So you probably went in there undetected as you usually do, right?
I think so.
So
I don't think it saw me.
Okay. All right, but we don't know what it'll do when it sees us. So I can send my brilliant intrepid son in, and I can see through his eyes, and then we can see what happens. See if it's hostile.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah. I think that's a great idea.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. All right, so you send your boy on in there.
All right, yeah, suit up, get in there.
Now, do you just materialize him in, or do you walk him in?
I walk him in.
Okay. All right, so yeah, you see him go in, and you do the thing where you can see and hear through him.
Yes. Echo Avatar.
As he's walking in, I'm going to walk over to Maleficus, pat him on the shoulder, and be like, "I'm really proud of you for finally coming up with a good idea."
But it's already.
Thank you.
Now, do you wait for Maleficus to do the Avatar thing first, or do you say this to a blank, unknowing Maleficus?
To a blank, unknowing Maleficus.
Yeah, that's right. My consciousness is with my son.
Yep.
So there's stuff in there. And then, yeah.
Very good. Very good. But what matters is that you said it.
Said it with care and concern.
So Maleficus, you inhabit your echo, and you walk it down the stairs, and you see this Maragon standing there, standing guard. And it says to you in a creepy metallic voice, it's just like, "Come see you to visit the Crypt of the Hellriders."
What was that? What was the beginning of that? I didn't catch it.
It was like a Yoda-esque, like, "Come see you."
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
all right. So I did catch it.
You did.
Did it make sense?
I say, indeed, verily.
To enter, you must play the greatest song in the world, or I'll eat your soul.
Excellent.
Be your angels. We say nay.
I realize that I've forgotten the greatest song in the world, and the best I can do is a tribute.
Seems reasonable.
Sounded nothing like this.
So I hum a few bars. Do 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 do. Zoom just asked me me if I was playing music, so that I take that as a compliment.
What? Wow.
Is that music? Yeah. So that's what I do.
Okay.
Ample
Who
dude.
knows?
Okay. All right. Go ahead and through your echo, give me a performance check.
All right, let's do this.
It's gonna kill us.
Zoom gives a +1.
Well. Okay. So yeah,
Mod 20.
that is a mod 20 on the on the check. So the Maragon kind of like tilts its head and is like, tribute is acceptable. For glory. And then it turns like its back like up against one of the walls and just kind of like melts its way back into the wall. But then
we were supposed to fight this thing.
but then the doors kind of like with a bit of dust that they crack open.
Hmm. Okay. So how far away is my echo from where I'm standing?
How far can you send it again? Like what ridiculous distance?
100. Like, it's 120 feet.
Okay. It's probably, you guys are probably maybe only about like 60 feet back, like not the full hundy.
Okay. All right. So I
full
can't close.
hundo.
My true self is dead on the inside, so I cannot close that distance on my own. So I will. I guess I've got to recall the avatar. So I do that. My echo dissolves and comes back, and my consciousness comes back with it. And I will manifest the echo once again. Be like, well, so I don't know if you heard that in there, but I did an epic performance, and the babyface creature has the wall. It looks like the door is open, and we can just go in.
Oh, cool.
I believe one of those things.
You had to be there.
It's a matter of opinion.
So
I believe that the door is open. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm just gonna go on in with my echo out in front of me. Bravely stay 15 feet behind it. Gonna go for a stroll.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'll walk alongside.
Okay.
I'll follow in the back with my 3 skeletons and like a triangle shape behind me. Just kind of
I fell.
clattering.
So ridiculous. Okay. I got
21.
Okay. So we're gonna try. We'll see how clever an idea this was. It was an idea that I had. We're gonna try with this new setup. I'm gonna try and put up a map that we can kind of go by.
Fancy.
I'm trying. Like this is what I do to try and make up for the loss of Gilda graphics. Of course, like, if she ever is able to come back and play with us, I'm gonna have to like either not be crafty at all, like I used to be, or get even craftier, which I don't know that I can do.
We're gonna need you to just calm down.
We're
in the
gonna
event that
find
happens. You're just
out.
gonna need to chill out and
Yeah.
let Gilda be here.
Yeah,
You need to relax.
Live in the moment.
yeah. But in this moment, so we're gonna have a map right down here below me on the stream. And I think this is actually going to be a good spot to take a quick break before we go and do only the second proper dungeon dive in this game.
Mm-hmm.
You've done 3.
let's see. What
It's
did we do?
only
What did
a
we do? You did
tribute.
the.
We did the basement, then we did the cathedral.
That's true. That's true. I forgot about the cathedral. So yeah, third dungeon dive in several months. But so yeah, we will go ahead. We'll do that in a moment. After we take a break for a couple minutes. So we will be right back.
Dungeons.
We're
Dungeon.
gonna find a dragon.
I hope so.
Can't wait.
Finally. Living up.
I did it. We're back. Hello. And welcome back. We are about to go dive into a crypt of Hellriders. Yeah. So you guys...
I mean, we don't... It was a Hellrider crypt, but they said there's nothing here.
It's true. They did say that.
Well, I just said they don't guard anything.
So they're just... Uh-oh. There's going to be a dragon. We're going to
Yeah, they're not... They're just not guarding anything.
I thought I was being smart and like getting a couple questions ahead of where I wanted to get to, and instead I just created problems.
That's speak with dead every time.
I was like, I'm gonna head it off. I know that they are here because it's probably the crypt, and that it's the Hellrider crypt. But I have to ask that anyways. I'll ask it later. I'm just gonna get ahead of that. What are they guarding? Let's just confirm that. Nope.
So you go into the area where the Maragon was, where Maleficus played a tribute to the greatest song in the world via his echo. And you see the doors are open. They're not flung wide open, but they're open. And it's like a pair of like floor-to-ceiling basalt doors. Their surfaces are engraved, each of them, with, well, one half is a armored knight sort of locked in combat with the devil that is on the other door. When shut, they form a one unified piece. And both of them are wielding burning swords. But they're open, so you're able to pass through them into a short hallway that branches off east and west. And as you step in, this crypt is cold. And it's not just you're feeling cold because this is actually like room temperature and you've just been in this blasted hellscape for who knows how long now. It is actively like frigid in here. And there's an ankle-deep mist covering the floor.
It's a bit chilly.
I wonder why this place hasn't been corrupted yet.
I'm going to like try and kick at the mist and see if I can get it to disperse a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to like move it around and shuffle it out of the way. And when you do so, you can get a glimpse of the floor. And it is carved out of the same rock that the walls and ceiling are carved out of. And then the mist just eventually just kind of moves back to cover the floor again.
Is there any other art or like engravings on the walls that depict, knights or anything fighting?
Not here. The only decorated feature you've seen so far is just on those doors.
Okay.
So you got a choice of east or west, and the hallway seems to branch off in either direction pretty equally, about 40 feet or so in either direction, entering into a chamber. None of you haven't seen an interior door so far, but you can't see what's in the chamber beyond.
I'm gonna vote we go left.
Yes, that sounds like a great idea. Before we do that, though, I am going to call upon my patron god. Huh? Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, and I would like to channel him through my helm and see things the way they should be seen. I'm going to use my helm of Torm to
use True Sight?
True Sight, yeah.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, you do have the True Sight effect, which means you can see through illusions and you can see in the dark. as though it were day, and you can see through a bunch of magical effects. As you're looking around, the place is clearer now. It's not as dim for you. But the mist is still there. The mist is not an illusion. It's still very much there, covering the floor. But you're not seeing any, just in this hallway looking around, you're not seeing any veils or illusions or anything like that.
Is it dark in here or is it lit?
It is dimly lit. You don't specifically need dark vision to see, but those of you with dark vision are having an easier time looking at details and things without a torch or light source.
Okay. Yeah, I think Threaten has the right idea here. Let's take a left.
Okay. You head left, and that opens up into a 50 by 50 square room, with this entrance and then another entrance across the way on the western wall. And in this chamber, you see large iron burial urns. They're positioned throughout the hall. There's 3 in this chamber, and each of them is engraved with coats of arms from the city of Elturel. And then on the walls of this chamber, you see knightly armaments, spears, swords, shields, just kind of hung on the wall reverently.
Cool.
I'm gonna sort of take a tour around the room, just taking a look at all the armor relics and all that, because it's all very fascinating to me.
Okay.
Is there anything that jumps out that would be something that I should pay extra attention to? Should I do an investigation check, maybe?
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and do an investigation.
I won't ask if I can smell it this time. Never mind. All right, moving along. We're done.
Yeah, I won't do it. So, their swords, their shields, they are, easy investigation. You see that they are all still shiny, they're not rusted and sort of decrepit looking like most of the stuff outside. It is old, a little tarnished, but it's not decayed. Anybody else doing anything?
I guess
Keep going.
Yeah, I'd be looking at sort of any decorations on the walls to see if I can see any hints of it, warping to Avernus, similar to what we saw in the city.
Okay. So you look, and you're not seeing any warping or changing like you saw back in Elturel. But that being said, it just looks like you're not seeing a lot of decoration or anything to begin with. This place actually looks, from what you can tell, sort of like it was built.
Huh. Okay.
These were built?
Is there any reason I can think of? I mean, maybe it's Torm. I think something's protecting this place and preventing it from being transformed like we saw Elturel. I mean, it's either that or this place is not. This place was built as part of Avernus, and therefore is already corrupted. I guess I don't. I'm worried that we're walking into something that we think is going to be safe, but is not going to be.
Let's do it.
I guess everyone be on guard a little bit.
Yeah, I'll pay close attention. And at that, I would like to walk over to. I'm going to walk over to Maleficus and be like, "Now, come here for a second."
I'll walk over. Yeah.
And I'm going to cast Warding Bond, and I'm going to Sorcery Magic Twin Spell it to Warding Bond.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Most interesting.
Cool.
So +1 to your AC and saving throws, and resistance to all damage, but I take half of it.
I punch Naoma. I don't.
Are you sure?
Ow. Well, now that you put it that way.
Likewise, I'm gonna cast Bless on Threaten, Maleficus, and Clyde.
See, that's why we really got rid of Gilda, so that way your bless is more effective, and you don't feel like you're leaving someone out.
Yeah, you don't have to cast it as, with a higher slot or anything like that. Makes it easy.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier.
Makes it easy. So this room has 2 exits. It has the way you came in, and then it has a hallway off the west wall that kind of does a bend southward. Or you can check out the urns. Or you can leave. That is
Pick up the urns and throw
always an option.
For rupees.
Yeah, pick up a pot, throw it at the wall. How many rupees fall out?
Do you? I mean, it's a big urn, I will say. It's not like a little urn. It's a pretty solid looking urn.
If Clyde goes to pick up an urn, I'm going to stop him from doing so.
Roll for it.
Or I'm going to attempt to stop him from destroying it.
Roll a d8. I got a 7.
I got a 2.
I go to pick up an urn.
Okay. When you touch
I'll say, Clyde, don't you do anything to that urn.
I want to see what's in it.
When you touch it, out from the top of it, just like rising up through the lid, is a ghost.
There's a ghost in this urn.
Yep, there is. And the ghost will just sort of drift out and turn and look at you, Clyde. And just kind of be like, what need do you have of my remains?
I just wanted to see what was in here.
I am.
Sorry, I didn't know somebody was here.
It.
I'll leave you alone now. Thank you. Have a good night.
The ghost will look around at you and be like, what brings you to the crypt?
I said, have a good night.
I said good day.
Well, in front of Clyde and be like, well, my esteemed friend here, sorry for disturbing your slumber. We are here looking for some Hellrider artifacts.
You might find some here, though.
Be you angels?
Be you angels? Taking them without good cause may not be advised.
What would qualify as good cause?
Why do you need them? What cause do you have?
How do you feel about the the knights outside of this crypt.
Good men, all of them. Dead now. Naturally. Cursed to remain here until we're raised for battle again.
Cool story.
So, when you were interred here, how was Zariel still a Hellrider?
No. She had fallen. We all had fallen.
Where'd you fall from?
The ghost won't reply.
I don't think it can hear me.
No, the crusade failed. We fell. Zariel fell. Generals fell.
Now, when you say fell, do you mean from life to death? Or do you mean from
I think he means from grace.
mortal to how do I phrase this?
I understand. It depends. In my case, I died. For the case of others, they didn't die. Or they did. But were raised to be something else by Zariel.
Were they turned into devils?
1 was. Another killed himself to try and avoid that fate, but Zariel brought him back anyway.
Where's he?
Out. But he resides here.
Okay, so I will be forthright with you, I guess. There is a city. The city of El Terrell is being pulled into Avernus. Or maybe... Yeah. Would you consider returning it to Faerun to be a worthy cause of seeking Hellrider artifacts, or would you prefer to see it sunk into Avernus?
The ghost will go kind of distant for a second, and he'll say, El Terrell has fallen. Or is falling.
Is falling.
Yes. Saving that city might be worth it. Maybe. I don't know of any artifacts here that would help save the city. But you might find something, and Elanthius might know, the general who killed himself and came back. He might know. But convincing him may be difficult.
And you said he resides here?
Yes. Though he can be called anywhere in Avernus at Zariel's whim.
Well, let's hope he's not home then. Or hope he is home. I don't want to fight him. if we can avoid it.
Most
Nobody's
don't.
home.
Most don't. But should you see him, be careful.
Thank you, boy. Thank you for the information and the advice.
And let's see. And they'll just say, and as it's like sort of dissipating back down into the urn, it'll say just like the sweet release of death would be nice if you can manage it. We are
I
cursed.
swing at his
We're
neck.
we're cursed here. And all right, you go to swing at its neck, passes right through.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I tried.
I'll elbow Naoma and I'll be like, Naoma, do the thing, and I'll like mime the string and do the thing.
Yeah, as it's going, I'll sort of lean in and whisper, be like, I know this probably won't help, but just in case, it's any help at all. This is what I can do for now, and I'll use encode thoughts and leave a little string with directions for like reincarnation or breaking, moving on to the afterlife, floating above the jar.
Okay. And you do that, and the ghost sort of stops its descent and takes notice and tries to like touch it and interact with it, but can't.
And I won't notice that this isn't working, and I'll just like give a real big dumb thumbs up. Like, yeah, you did it!
And Naoma, you know that is very odd. Like, you know that if a ghost decided to a spirit tried to interact with the thread, it should be able to get what it needs from it. But it can't for some reason.
Well, my apologies, Spirit. Hopefully, we will be able to free you of this curse and allow you to move on.
I can wait. And it'll slink down into the urn again. And we are actually going to take a real quick break and restart the stream. Hopefully you can hear that. But yeah, we will be right back in just a moment. Thank you for sticking with us. Finger guns. We back. Hopefully it sounds better. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. We're going to blame Twitch, because that's just sort of what I usually do in this sort of situation. So, you know. But, so you have spoken with a ghost, and good job. You have examined one room.
Go team.
All
All right. Pack it in. Good night, everybody.
What a
We
great
did it.
dungeon.
Yep.
Best dungeon yet.
Yeah, we're leaving.
What a great dungeon.
Spooky down here.
Even better
We restarted
dragon.
restarted the stream just to say goodnight.
We did it. Actually, what happened was we won D&D, and we're happy to. We're sorry you couldn't be there for the moment, but I assure you it was great. You're on your own on figuring out how to do that yourself in your home game.
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't want to spoil the ending for anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those playing at home.
What would E and E even be? Anyway, so yeah, you guys have 2 options to get out of this room, east or west. East brings you back to the entrance hall you came in. West brings you further into the crypt.
Well, I guess west it is.
All right.
Go west.
You head down. The hallway kind of curves down towards the south, opens up into a very similar room. This one only has one of those funerary urns instead of just the 3 that were in the room you saw before. But that's about it in this room. It's very similar to the
one
first.
of the urns.
Okay.
I go up to one of the urns and open it.
Okay.
I'm going to
Another ghost comes up out of that urn. Similar, it's another knight. Just be like, looking for something?
Where's Ariel?
Not here. Haven't
Okay,
seen her.
goodbye.
Haven't seen her since she made this place. So.
She doesn't come to visit?
Nope.
Rude.
If she did, we may be able to leave, but we are stuck here till she calls for us. So.
Good spirit. Did she make this place before or after she fell?
Not long after. Sort of a first act after, if I remember right. All gets a little hazy around that time, but I know that I died, and my spirit would love to visit the afterlife and just move on to whatever's beyond here, but myself, my brothers, we're all stuck here.
Do you happen to know if Atlantheus is still here?
He's not
or
here
at the moment?
He's not here at the moment. Zariel sends him wherever she wants. But he usually has reason to return. This one keeps touching stuff, he'll probably show up sooner or later.
I'll glare.
But, hey, you got to talk to me, so.
Who were you exactly?
I was Sir Michael, Hellrider, Outrider. Was one of the scouts, one of the Outriders for the Hellriders, one of the first in behind Zariel. And Luckily, not one of the first to die, but fell eventually.
So you might not know the answer to this, and forgive me if I'm asking a question that is outside of your realm of knowledge, but it would seem to me that Zariel had forsaken Elturel by becoming the archdevil. What did she become?
The Archduke of Hell.
Archduke of Hell. She it seemed like she had forsaken Elturel when she became the Archduke of Hell. But I noticed there are still a lot of insignias for Elturel in this crypt. Does she still have a fondness for the city?
Perhaps. She forsook more than just the city when she swore to Asmodeus to become an archduke. She forsook her divinity, everything good within her, all of it. Us, I might add.
Interesting. I'm going to turn to the group. Be like, I think there's something more at play here than just Zariel being bad.
What are you thinking?
Well, and looking around the room, I'm going to kind of point to them and be like, there's all of these symbols of Elturel here. And unlike the citadel up on Elturel, none of the images here have, and like the knight on the door, have been corrupted. Like the sculptures and the artwork there were. So that's telling me that I mean, I could be wrong. I have some sort of suspicion that this place is somehow protected from the corruption of Avernus.
So should we stay here?
So do you think that Zariel pulled Elturel down because she wants it?
That's what I'm not sure about now. I think, and I could be wrong, but judging, I mean, it could be that she wants it, but I'm thinking that this is not what it seems. It might not be Zariel pulling this down. It might be someone else pulling the strings here and making us believe that it is Zariel.
They're chains, not strings.
Correct. Sorry. Well, not pulling the city directly, but behind the scenes. I suppose you could use chains for that as well.
Okay.
The ghosts
Well,
would be
whoever
like
it is.
small ones. They'd have to be small chains to not be noticed.
What happens when I touch the urn again?
Nothing extra happens. No more ghosts come out of it or anything like that.
But it doesn't put him away.
No, yeah, it's not like an on-off switch.
I'm going to go up to Maleficus and be like, these ghosts are kind of boring.
Yeah, they could be a little livelier.
What color are these ghosts?
They're sort of your like bluish grayish, sort of like a force ghost, sort of looking dudes.
From a certain point of view.
And the ghost will, like, at the lively joke, be like, funny.
Wait, the ghost heard us?
Damn it!
I'm gonna leave the room.
Okay.
Yeah. As they're leaving, I'm gonna be like, well, is there anything we should be cautious of up ahead other than Atlanteus?
It's up to you, but maybe don't touch the caskets.
Look at Clyde directly.
No, these are...
Am I still in the room?
I'll clarify. These are urns.
No, I understand these are urns, but Clyde has walked into every room and grabbed something.
Yeah.
I mean, presumably Clyde. I was waiting till like when Clyde had left the room is when I was like, oh, we're leaving, and then was like, anything we need to look out for?
Okay, yeah, and he'll, yeah.
I'll glare down the hallway then.
Yep. So there are, in addition to the way you came in from the north, there are 2 hallways going off to the east, off of this room. They both look pretty short, but so there's like an upper hallway and a lower hallway, effectively.
I'll look around at the party. Well, dungeon diving is not my specialty.
I went to the lower one because I rolled a lower number.
Okay. So that should be that one there. Okay. So yeah.
That was reasonable enough.
So yeah, it's a short 50-foot hallway. 50 feet ain't short, but you get my meaning. Not a long hallway. There are 3 alcoves in it, and each of them does have a casket, like a sarcophagus casket sort of funerary arrangement. And each casket has a single, healthy red rose lying upon the lid.
I'm just gonna Clyde, no. Clyde, no. Clyde, come here. Clyde.
I'm gonna pick up one of the roses.
Okay. You pick up the rose, and it immediately withers and dies. Not even like cool Beauty and the Beast style. It just turns into a dry, dead, desiccated black flower. And
as soon as it does, I'll kind of jump back a little bit.
Okay. And the lid of the casket will jiggle and shake and eventually open. And like a ghost, but worse, this dark, cloudy wraith will come up from the remains in the casket, and will take a swing at you, Clyde.
Yeah, I'm already pointing at Clyde. Hands up, just no.
Okay.
So, if I could have some initiatives.
No.
That'd be great.
No, we're not involved in this. Clyde can roll initiative.
That's if you want to hold out a combat, that's totally fine. That is always an option.
18.
Okay. 18. Aomo, you got an 8. That's
8.
That's great.
14.
14.
15.
15. And El Frezo is down here. First this round. This has got a little surprise in it, Clyde. So
lame.
It is gonna try and make a swing at you. It's gonna just sort of not claws or anything, but it's just gonna try and reach out and just grab you by the throat. Okay.
Well, this could only be bad.
Yeah, it can only be bad. It is gonna be a 24 to hit you. Or sorry, 22. 22 to hit you. It ain't that high.
Luckily, my AC is a 23.
Okay. So it will then do.
Your AC is 23? I don't believe that.
No, it's not.
I don't believe that at all.
I mean, it's. I could check, but I'm just gonna also choose to not agree.
What?
So
Not like I've had the lowest AC of everyone in this game so far.
it is gonna do.
I don't know if you got some weird swashbuckler bullshit.
Maybe.
I've got 11, thank you.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And it is gonna do 11 necrotic damage to you, as it gets some skin contact.
Can I choose to ignore it?
I mean, you can try, and I'd like you to make a Constitution save to try and ignore it. Is that a 4?
Yep.
Looks like okay. Yeah, that looked like a 4. Okay. So you feel weaker when this thing touches you. You feel the pain of the damage, and then you feel drained, and your HP is actually reduced. Like your HP max is actually going to be temporarily reduced by. Let's see. By that much damage, by 11 damage.
You feel fine. You're full health, baby.
Technically.
Well, this has gone wrong.
But the good news...
It's the first time something's gone wrong for you, so, it's fine.
Good news is, it is now your turn. So, you can totally try and take this back.
Hold on a second. So, my new HP is 41.
That's a lot.
It ain't nothing.
It used to be 44, so in a way, it hasn't changed that much. In a way, I've only taken 3 damage.
No, wait, I thought it got reduced by 11.
Yeah. But when I leveled up...
Oh, you're talking about last level. I see, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
So since I had to roll damage before... Alright, well, I'm going to take a swing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get Dread Ambusher because it already activated. I'm going to swing with Billy out of Spiteful Rage.
Okay.
Yeah! Oh! Hold on, I've got a thing for this. Because it's a nat 20!
Oh, shit! Sick.
Okay.
All right.
So it's a 26 after my mod.
Awesome. Yeah, that will definitely hit.
Is anyone else within 5 feet of us?
I'm going to say it's kind of up to everybody else.
I mean...
You were the first in there. We came in late, so I assume you're pretty far down the hall.
Okay.
Well, let's see. Well, let's assume, was this the first? There are 3 caskets in a row in this hallway. Was this the first one you came across?
It'd be the first one I saw, yeah.
Okay, so Clyde is maybe about 15 feet into the hallway. So he's not crazy far in. But yeah, if anybody was right behind him, then you'd be right next to him, but otherwise...
No, I was nervous about whatever he was going to do, so I was definitely hanging back.
Okay.
Then I get Sneak Attack.
What?
Because of Rakish Audacity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So I get Sneak.
Sneak Attack by actually being very bold.
Got hit first. Sneak attack.
Swashbucklers, man.
Yeah, right.
The damage with Billy. Whatcha! Plus, so it's a 5 plus 2d6. Whatcha! No, wait. No, it's just 2d6. Oh, no,
Well,
wait. I deal an extra 2d6.
yeah, you're going to, because this is a crit, you're going to double all of your dice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're going to roll twice as many dice as you normally would, which does include sneak attack damage.
So if I roll 2d6, I'm going to roll 4d6?
Yep.
It
Okay,
should
so-
automatically update all of your dice when you roll a crit.
You got to roll sneak attack separately.
Oh, yeah, but for your regular attack.
It only rolled 1, though.
Yeah, it only rolled 1 for that, but that's fine. Just roll it
Oh,
again.
Okay.
Add it all
So
up.
I got an 8 and a 6, so that's 14. Another one plus 5 is 19. Plus 2d6. Plus 4 more is 23.
All right. Pretty okay for one hit.
Aha, that'll teach you to hurt me. Then I'll swing again with my other hand. Whatcha! That'll be an 18.
18 will hit.
Sweet. So then just 1 die. 5 damage.
Okay.
I'll use my bonus action for an extra attack.
Okay.
And I'll use Billy again, because Billy's the bomb. Papa! A 20 modified.
All right. Yeah, that'll hit.
And then I roll a 2 plus 3, so 5 more damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move backwards.
Okay.
I'm going to move towards Thranton.
Okay. So if you move, you're not disengaging, so it'll get an opportunity attack on you.
But it can't because I've got the Thingo. I have fancy footwork. So since I made a melee attack against that creature, it can't make opportunity attacks against me.
Very good. Okay. So yeah, you can move freely.
So I fancy footwork my way behind Thranton.
Just better disengage.
Swashbucklers.
So good.
So good.
I'm so glad I took this.
Okay. So with that, it is Thranton's turn.
I'll tap him on the shoulder and be like, "Your turn, tough guy."
And I'll look at him and I'll give him a thumbs up, like a sarcastic thumbs up, and then I will use my movement to step behind him and hold my action.
Wow.
Okay. Is there anything you're waiting for?
I'm
Need
gonna.
to die.
I'm also gonna look at the ghost and be like, given that Austin Powers like peace, and I'm going to attempt. I'm gonna say to the ghost from behind Clyde, "Look, my friend's an idiot. Please don't kill us all. Don't kill him either. But if you have to kill somebody, just the one. I can deal with the repercussions of that." And then I'll hold my action for when he attacks again.
Okay. Yeah, your words don't really seem to sink in with this one.
Great. Can I?
The ghost, still in the urn, still floating above the urn in this room behind you guys, is like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Look, some of us
Yeah.
went out worse than others, so this is a thing.
Yeah, I don't want to do anything else. I'll cast a light on my shield.
Okay.
To just sort of have a display light in this darkish area.
Okay.
Maybe the ghost will be like, "Oh, a source of light."
Okay. Cool. And so after you is Maleficus.
I will, out of my pack, I will fish out a bottle of wine. Back when we were on the surface, I took a few bottles of wine,
Mm-hmm.
and they're now in my possession, and they are fine wines. So heck yeah. And what I will do is I will take the bottle and just slowly approach the urn and say, "Look, I understand you've been disrespected, besmirched, uh, insulted. This is and this is very rough. And I mean, it happens to the best of us. And unfortunately, my friend made a big mistake. I would like to attempt to atone for his misstep with this fine offering."
Okay, and so you're approaching the wraith and the casket that Clyde took the rose from.
Yeah, I would like to, if I can, I would like to put the wine bottle on the casket where the rose was.
Okay.
Try to kind of sneak around the wraith, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what kind of maneuvers I can do to, like, not get up in his business. But
It's kind of filling the hallway there. Like it's not.
yeah, it's all wraith.
Yeah, it's not.
Can I?
You could do it, but it's probably gonna swing at you while you do it.
You gotta like squeak past him and try to like. Well, let's see. So I have to. How far away from the casket is the wraith? Do I have to enter and leave his zone to put the bottle of wine there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna do it.
Okay.
The
All right.
School of Clyde.
One important guy to another. I know it's rough. He doesn't know any better. These commoners.
Okay. So it is gonna try and also reach towards your throat.
It's gonna be fine.
Okay.
I can relate to this wraith just going for the throat every time.
Yeah. Kindred spirits. And as it reaches out, it kind of shifts around, and it sort of shies away from the light a little bit, and kind of doesn't quite get the full reach, so it doesn't touch you.
Oh, sweet.
It goes for the swing, but it doesn't quite connect, so no hit for you.
Okay, all right, yeah, and I just I get to the other side of him. I put the bottle down, just kind of rest it there nicely. It tumbles a little bit. I fumble it, and I set it back up.
Okay.
And having job well done, I go and actually switch places with my Echo.
I bravely retreat.
Yeah, I bravely retreat. Yeah. So my Echo is now on the other side of the wraith, and I'm with the rest of the party now.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Do this. What? It's a 12.
Okay. The wraith actually pauses once the bottle is settled onto the lid of the casket. And this is specifically one of the bottles you took from the basement in Elturel?
Yes.
Okay. He will pause, turn and look at the label, and turn and face the bottle, and it'll reach out and pick up the bottle, sort of. The bottle will remain where it is, but you'll see a hand pull away a spectral copy of the wine, of the bottle.
Stole the spirits.
And you actually see this wraith change from the smoky, dark, nightmare visage to one of the bluer, normal ghosts, like the ones that you've spoken with so far.
You're not yourself when you're thirsty. Have a Snickers wine.
Nice.
Wow.
I'm leaving. I'm out of here.
And the ghost will turn, examining the label like a sommelier, and just be like, I remember this one. This was a good year for me.
How long have you been down here?
Since the crusade.
Part of me just wants to finish killing him.
No.
And if anybody, Clyde, actually, go ahead and give me a history check.
Okay. How historical am I? Two.
2? Okay. Nothing. Yeah, the year on the label, and it's just a year. Like, doesn't no significance to you whatsoever.
Yeah, that year there.
Yep. But the ghost will then just be like, "Thank you, stranger," and drift back into the casket. And the lid will slam shut, but the bottle will stay right on it.
I'll
I will
keeping
restrain Clyde.
just finally catching up to the group after having finished the conversation with the one in the urn. I'll like look around the corner and be like, "What's going on over here? I heard some noise and some. Were you guys talking to another ghost?"
Yeah, we were just sharing some wine with a friend.
Oh, you know, just Clyde stuff.
The ghost tried to kill me.
Well, don't touch the caskets. I don't know if that's what you did, but
I didn't touch the casket.
the other guy said to not touch them. Okay. All right. I'm just throwing it out there. I saw there was a casket there. Don't touch it. In fact, you should probably leave that wine bottle on it.
What about flowers? Can we touch flowers?
No.
Yep, you can totally touch flowers. Go ahead.
I mean, if they're part of the casket, I would say no, probably.
Well, it's not part of it. It was just like on it.
Clyde.
Yeah, no, don't touch flowers on the casket. Don't.
I'll look at Maleficus and be like, "How are you surprised by this?"
I mean, I was just checking. But maybe something worse happens if you touch the actual casket.
Let's find out.
Not surprised. I'm just disappointed.
I reached to touch the casket.
I'll give him a thumbs up.
The same casket or a different one?
The same one.
Okay. You touch that casket, nothing happens.
See, it's fine.
Yep, absolutely. I agree.
Well, as much as what I would love to find out what happens when we touch all of these caskets, the guy back there said not to, and also we need to get whatever we can that is of value from the Hellriders in here.
Are they in the caskets?
I would suspect not. I mean,
yep,
maybe.
That's where they are.
But
I'm just kind of like I've turned on my heel, and at this point, I'm like making my way towards whatever the next room is.
Okay, so yeah, the room at the end of this, I think it should be, there we go.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Maleficus, and I'm going to say, Clyde, you handle things here. We'll be down there. Just let us know what happens.
What's there to handle down here?
All the caskets.
Okay. Do I believe
Come with
him?
us.
Can you roll a persuasion?
I'm being sincere. But I will.
I didn't say
And
deception.
I'll roll
I
a
said
24.
persuasion. What do I roll?
I don't know. What do you roll?
You
Insight?
can insight, or you can just decide if you believe him or not.
Go touch another casket.
Do you?
Told me to.
Still walking, just creating distance.
Okay. So you touch another casket. Do you touch the... Let me just double check.
Actually, hold on. I'm going to make an intelligence check.
Okay. Yes, please do.
What's the DC? I rolled a 14.
That is fine. You, having put together that when you
So-
touched one casket, something bad happened.
Yeah. So as I'm like reaching for it, I'm going to see the rose and be like, wait a second. This didn't work out well for me last time. And I'll like kind of like feel around my neck where the ghost grabbed before.
Mm.
And then I'm going to go follow Thranton.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be right behind Clyde. Be like, you look a little more gaunt than usual. Are you okay?
Yeah, that ghost tried to kill me. It grabbed my throat.
That makes sense. Okay.
Okay. So the next room is it's same sort of thing as the previous two full chambers you've been in. A series of 3 funerary urns with knightly armaments on the walls. No other real decoration. This place is really fulfilling its name as a crypt of Hellriders, because this has mostly so far just been the bodies of dead Hellriders stored here. So far.
Mm-hmm.
And it has it has 2 exits the way you came in, and then it has a hallway to the south that immediately takes a bend.
Look to Maleficus and Thranton. All right, shall we keep going?
There's only the one exit out of this room, right?
Yeah,
Is
there's
that what I'm
only
thinking?
only one way forward, yeah.
And there's nothing else in this room other than just like more urns and caskets and such.
Yeah, just more urns and wall-mounted weapons and things.
I'll
Same
look
as the
back
last
at
two.
Clyde and just be like, point at them all? Anything? No? Okay.
I'm just going to cross my arms.
Move on through the next door.
Okay. So that door is yet another one of these rooms.
Weird.
This one has the most urns so far and is the weirdest shaped. So far, it's the only one that hasn't been a rectangle. But it is 5 funerary urns, associated weapons.
Is there anything that sort of sticks out more than any others other than the shape of the room?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yeah, and I was gonna ask if the room has any, if I recognize any religious significance to the shape of the room.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a religion check.
What'd you get, Thranton?
4.
4. Okay. So on the perception check, this room looks the same. The religion check.
I got a nat 20.
Nice. Yeah, you look around this room and you're not picking up on any you're not picking up on any specific religious significance. You're looking at this room and you look at the walls, and one of the walls looks a little bit rougher than one of the others, but you're looking at it and you're like, this is probably just they wanted to make the room bigger, but the stone's too hard. They just kind of had to make a concession.
Cool.
And so yeah, similar to the last setup, there's one way in, one way out of this particular room.
Guess we just keep going.
Okay. Guess what? Another room with urns.
Insanity.
This one has it's got one big exit going on the north wall, like a double wide hallway that goes up and kind of curves. You can see that it curves off to the west from where you're standing. It's big enough.
Yeah, you said so. It curves to the left, basically.
Yeah, if you're facing that hallway, it goes straight for a bit and then curves to the left.
There's another exit, or just that one?
There's that exit and the way you came. And
Is there anything that looks out of place in this room, or is it just a bigger room? Same exact thing.
go ahead and give me a perception. Anybody checking that out?
I'll look around.
Okay.
19.
13.
Okay. So.
Rolled a 9.
And Maleficus gets also a 9.
I also got a 9.
All right, so Clyde and Naoma, as you're looking around, you actually, you're looking around and you notice the eastern wall, the far wall from where you came in, actually seems to be there seems to be the outline of a door. Very faint.
I'll walk up to it and sort of just feel around where I think the edge of it is.
Okay. And you find as you're feeling around, you eventually hit a spot that you can push in.
All right, I'll call over to Thranton and I guess Maleficus as well. There's a secret door here. I don't know what's on the other side of it.
Okay, is this like a thing you need somebody to push the door open?
No, I think I can open it, but just be ready in case something comes out at us, I guess.
I will use my true sight powers to perceive the door.
Okay. So yeah, you see pretty clearly the outline of the door. You can't see through it or anything. It is a solid door, but it is definitely a door. And you can see
Can confirm.
You can see the spot that Naoma is indicating is definitely some sort of latch or some such.
Okay. I'll send my echo in to stand next to Naoma.
Oh, thank you. And as the echo gets up next to me, I'll open the door and then take a step back.
Okay. So you open the door.
Echo with them all.
You push the door open, and it swings open pretty easily with the latch. And as the door swings inward into the room, it disturbs some of that mist that's all over the floor. And you actually see, as the mist gets sort of swept away for a second, the floor in this room is... Oh, that ain't it. Ignore that one. That one. it's a 30 by it's like a 30 by 40 room, and in the center of it is a circle that looks like some kind of mystical or ritual circle, painted in a dark red pigment, and hundreds of slivers of parchment are arranged all around and within the circle. And each strip of parchment looks like it has a name written on it in a very similar red pigment.
Can I do a religion check here?
Certainly can.
Likewise.
Okay.
No, you can't.
22.
22. Okay.
Another nat 20 on religion.
Okay.
For 24.
Yes. So you both recognize this as not necessarily a proper religion, but this is definitely some sort of blood, magic, worship, warlocky shit.
There's some blood magic warlock.
I'll say
Oh,
wistfully,
yeah.
I wish Gilda was here.
This would be right up her alley.
She would love this.
She would.
You know what? I'm going to pull out the sending stone.
Okay.
Be like, we can ask her. She might have some insight into this.
Okay.
Can you use phone a friend?
Yeah, we're going to phone a friend.
Catchy, I like it.
I like it.
Okay.
What do you ask?
Oh
It's
god, I have like
stone a friend.
stone.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yes.
The cell stone.
Oh, no.
I would like to
Stone.
stone a friend. Mobile stone.
Everybody must get stoned.
Goodness.
Do I have is there a limit to how many words I can send with this?
I believe there is.
I know sending has a limit, but
There definitely was one time because I tried to say too much.
okay, it casts sending.
Okay, yep. So it's got that similar thing, and it is just by the nature of the arrangement, you know it may take a minute for her to reply.
Okay. So I hold up the stone and say into it, "Hey Gilda, we found a blood circle with papers scattered around it with names on them. Any ideas?"
You're at 18. You got 7 more.
It's in the crypt of the Hellriders.
Yeah, I think you got it.
We'll say Hellriders is one word.
Are you messaging
Did it
Alyssa?
work?
No, definitely not. Okay.
There's one way to find out.
Yeah, there's only one way to find out, and it may take a
You
minute.
wait.
Gilda may be busy, because Gilda may be at work. So, in any event,
Someone else is going to see the notification on her phone and be like, what the hell?
they work at a record store. It's fine.
Yeah, they're not going to ask questions.
They're not going to ask questions there. But
so while we're waiting for the return message, can I get are these pieces of paper on the floor?
Yeah, they're pieces of paper on the floor, and I did want to say that with Naoma, with your 20, you recognize that this is also specifically some sort of binding ritual in particular with your crit.
Okay.
But yes, so Thran, yeah, you can definitely see what you want to see on these.
What
So,
you want to see?
are they all about the same size, or do they get bigger or smaller?
They're all about the same size. Looks like they're all pretty rough, like, cut. They weren't, stamped out or anything. But
There's like no names of prominence or anything that sort of jump out.
not specifically. I mean, some names are a little bit longer than others just 'cause. There are some sirs, there are some, dames, as titles, some, things like that. But they're all written in the same script, like the same hand, and none of them seem to be decorated or anything in any way.
Okay. And as they get closer to the center, like the titles don't seem to get more prestigious.
Nope.
Okay.
Stygius.
I'm going to turn around. Hey, Clyde, can you touch that urn and find out what the ghost's name is?
I'm not touching anything.
Just this one last time for me, please.
How do I know you're not trying to trick me?
Have I tricked you before?
I don't know. Have you?
No?
Is this a trick?
Maybe you're trying to trick me now.
I mean, if you're not going to do it, I will do it. I just figured you were over there. I'm over here by the door.
Just thought
Fine,
you were
whatever.
really brave. Just thought you were brave. That's all. No worries.
So
No
I'll
big
go
deal.
touch it.
Okay. All right, so you touch one of the urns in here, and another ghost rises up out of it, and this one is like, "Well, hello. Welcome to the Crypt of the Hellriders. What brings you here?"
I don't even remember anymore. What are we doing here?
I don't know.
We're looking for Zariel.
What's its name?
Okay.
Well, seeing as my friend here has forgotten, what is your name?
My name was Jophus.
Jophus. Thranton, do you see a Jophus written down in there?
I'll scan around. Probably investigation to try and find that.
Yeah, give me an investigation on that.
No, I do not see that name.
It takes, yeah, you do find it eventually.
Okay, I do see the name.
It takes you a while. You skip over it a couple times, but you do find eventually a Jophus.
Oh, here it is.
Wasn't spelled quite the way you thought it was.
That checks out.
Can you bring it outside the circle?
You want me to pick up the paper?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll pick it up.
Or okay. So
Yeah. I'm beefy. I ain't worried about it.
I can have a skeleton do it.
I'll do it.
I mean,
I don't trust them dainty skeleton hands. Rather use my
it's
big, stupid elephant paws.
it's up to you if you want to try and get one of the skeletons in there. It's up to you. But
That
yeah.
doesn't sound good. Don't do it.
Okay.
But yeah, Thran, you pick up the paper, and it's attached to the floor, but not like nailed there or something. You can with a little tug. It comes up like it was glued, or taped, and you pull it up, and no effects on you or
Excellent.
Naoma.
I guess that's cool too.
Is the ghost still there?
The ghost is still there, though suddenly Jophus is just kind of like, wait a minute. Something's different. Something is different. Nothing has ever been different. I feel... I still can't leave. But... I'm less... tied. What is in there?
Weird blood circle thing.
Yeah, to be some sort of binding ritual. There's a lot of papers with names on them, and one of them seems to have had yours. My friend here has lifted yours off of the circle. I don't know what will happen if we destroy the piece of paper that has your name on it.
I don't know. I mean... I was just a soldier. I just was good with an axe. That's what I was here for. This is not my deal. We can't... I have been here for a long time, and I did not know that room existed. My urn has been here, next to that door, for a long time.
I suspect there are more of these rooms throughout this crypt.
I bet you all these names are all the people in the urns. So the people who are asking to be freed, like, taking them out didn't seem to do much, but maybe if we destroy the papers?
Jophus, I apologize for this, but I think you're going to have to be a little bit of an experiment. I hope it goes well. I think it'll go well. Thranton, can you destroy that paper? Actually, let me make an Arcana check.
Yeah, I'll do it. But yeah, go ahead, do your check.
It's a 14. If destroying those papers will either destroy the spirits or affect the ritual in any way, would I know?
Meets it, beats it. Yes, you would. So, yes, you know that this sort of ritual is definitely dependent on the integrity of the seal and the papers and just the whole schmeal. So you know that, yeah, if you were to destroy the individual papers or the seal, but mostly the papers, you know that it would disrupt whatever binding is going on.
Okay. Yeah, let's start tearing these papers up then.
Okay, well let me do this one first, and I'm gonna sacred flame it to just burn it up.
Nice. All right, the paper isn't gonna make a wisdom save. Papers aren't wise, so it will.
Correct.
Yeah, it'll just white fire, just crisp right up, and Jophus will seem lighter in color, like more transparent. And he'll be like, that feels right. I still can't leave. There's something else. There's something else in here. It's another part. But I feel right. I feel more right than I have since I was alive.
Well, we can at least do all of this for your fellow soldiers. Clyde Maleficus, can you find the remaining, or at least try to find some of these doors so we can help to set these people free?
Sure.
Grant and I will destroy the circles.
Yeah.
Perception.
I'd like to do
Helmet.
something sort of silly.
What is it?
So this is a circle with a bunch of papers around it.
Mm-hmm. Around it, on it, yeah.
I'd like to sacred flame right in the middle and just...
Okay.
The whole thing.
All right. I will say that will actually... Normally it's only a one target spell, but I would say in this case, yeah, that does the trick. And you set the center of the ritual circle a flame with your sacred flame, and eventually it just sort of spreads, and each piece of paper just curls up and crisps up and turns to ash. The circle just sort of also gets smudged away with the flames until there's just a charred black spot in the middle of this room.
And so then I'll look at the ghost and be like,
You're like, well, I mean, that didn't change me, because you already got my seal, but I imagine...
I didn't know if getting rid of all of them would do the thing.
No, not yet. Not yet. I still think there's another piece. There's another piece, something more solid, I think. Feels solid. I don't know. But I think that could work. And Clyde, you're just searching back the way you came?
Yep.
Okay. So with that 15, you actually find behind that first casket, the one that you touched with the rose, behind it is another secret door.
Can I squeeze past the casket to get to the door?
Yes. Yeah, you can do that without opening it or anything like that.
Okay. I'll do that and try and...
And you open that door, and you find a very similar circle with parchments all over.
I'll just yell down the hall, over here, then the casket that I was told not to touch.
Okay, so I'll head over that way and say, what about the casket?
The door over here.
Oh, so there was a door behind the casket.
Yeah.
Okay. That didn't require you to touch the casket.
Well, I mean, I made it over here.
Can I see past the casket into the room?
Yeah, you can see through, and yeah, you see the same sort of thing that you just torched.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do the same thing and target the spot and torch the room.
Okay. Yep, very similar results. That room goes up as well. Just leaves a charred, blackened area with a bunch of little papery ash. And as you're doing this, now that you've gotten a second room, you notice that the chilled, cold fog that's been coating the floor here thins and dissipates. And now it's just cold like a tomb, instead of cold like it's been.
So
It's cold.
My guess would be, since that has changed so dramatically, that there are no other rooms like this. Would that make sense to you, Clyde?
I don't know. I haven't been here before.
You two can give me an Arcana check to confer on that.
Arcana.
14.
8.
Okay. So between the two of you, yeah, you kind of come to a consensus that might have done it. That might have like that. Yeah, that might only be
Sure.
2 rooms.
That was fine.
Okay. I'm gonna make my way back to Naoma and say there was another room. We cleared that room, and as you can see, the mist is gone. So maybe we're done. Maybe we finished them all.
Did it clear the mist in every room?
It did.
Okay. Is Joseph still there?
Yeah,
Joseph.
Josephus
Joseph.
is still there.
I'm gonna search for a secret door.
Yeah. Why don't
gonna-
we?
I'm gonna look around too
Yeah.
Okay.
with my helmet. That can help me find secret doors.
Okay.
While they're
Alright.
searching, I'm going to just smudge out the blood circle or anything that was left of it in the first one.
Okay. So, going over where you've already been, you find no more secret doors.
There are no more secret doors.
But there is more of this tomb to explore. But I think this is a good spot to put a pin in for this week. And
Cool.
More doors to explore.
yeah, because there is more dungeon to be delved here, so we'll get at that next week.
So you say that, Clyde, but you still got past the crypt, past the thing without touching it.
Yeah, but would you have been able to sit there? I'm a skinny little elf. What do you?
But why would I have needed to?
Because you don't touch the casket.
So, yeah. So
No, I've changed my mind. You should touch all the caskets now.
No, I'm not
From
gonna.
here on
Never
out.
touch another one ever.
It's safe now. It's fine.
Yeah, it's totally safe.
one casket's safe. You guys think every single casket's fine. I see. I get it.
Ian's over there like, I'll show you
I'll
next
show you.
time.
The next one will have 2 ghost things.
What are we both doing in one casket? We're so mad.
You're going to cast blindness and hex on all of you. See how you like it.
I know that works now.
Okay. GG, everybody.
Yeah.
Gee.
Yeah.
GG indeed. Yeah, thank you to my players for another ridiculous little game. Thank you for playing along with my Tenacious D reference. Always a treat to do that. Just gotta say. Thank you
It was a great little tribute.
Thank you for everybody who watched and stuck through our audio issues. I'm sorry if you missed a little bit of exposition, but that's okay. It's exposition who needs it.
I do. I need the exposition.
Did we ever hear back from Gilda?
We have not heard back from Gilda yet, so
Next week
we may hear back.
Maybe we'll get a hexed message back.
Maybe.
Hey!
Maybe.
You should get inspiration for that.
Oh God. Yeah.
Our
Give it inspiration for puns. Yeah, that's something I do. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, you love them.
You love a good pun.
Yeah. So I love them. Wordplay.
See,
Yeah.
I've never subjected you to that, Ian.
I know you haven't. I know you haven't. That said,
Which is why I have inspiration now.
I don't think that's how that works.
I mean, it's something that, remember, I can control. See, in Trenton, you've already got inspiration.
I always have inspiration. I got it a long time ago, and I just haven't used it.
That's the catch with it, especially if you have a DM who doesn't just like throw it out like candy, which I tend to not because I honestly forget that's the thing I can do. It's like that one health potion. You'll never use it, even if you're at 1 HP. Till at the end of the game, you've got 30 pounds of health potions. It's clinking away in a bag back there, and you wonder why you can't carry anything. But anyway.
Well, looks like it's time to get fit.
But yeah, that'll be it for this week. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll hear back from Gilda for whatever words of wisdom she wants to send through the sending stone in 18 words or less.
That was 25.
25.
25 words or less. Text
know what?
and data
No.
rates may apply.
It's 18 for her.
Look, she did make these sending stones. Gilda does good work. Just saying. But like I'm saying, maybe she gave you the good one. And kept the prototype for herself. That first try. I don't know.
That Nokia brick
Oh,
stone.
Yeah, but you can't break that thing, man.
Yeah, it's a stone.
Yeah, you can try. That thing will always work. Yeah, hers just gets nothing but spam text. She may not even reply. Maybe just like another fucking. It's just from unknown caller. Whatever. Block. There's nothing saying you can't block a sending stone.
True.
Like, just saying. But anyway, that'll be it for this week. Thank everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for playing. And I hope that everybody joins us next week and has a lovely, lovely evening.
Good night.
Good night.